I'm glad you brought this up because I haven't actually ever discussed this in an interview before.
Welcome to Snatched, Gay Times' original series where each week we talk with the eliminated queen of RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the world. I'm here with the drama, Scarlet Envy. Scarlet, how are you today?
Hi, Sam. I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm good. You look absolutely stunning.
It's a good morning for me here in Los Angeles. So I quite literally woke up like this.
I'm excited to talk to you about this episode. First of all, did you enjoy the nuptials of Michelle Visage and Graham Norton?
I love a wedding. Yes, I had a great time. I will say, I thought it would be like an open bar situation, but there's always next time.
Was it the best wedding you've ever been to? The worst? What was it?
I would say, looking at how things shake out here, I think maybe it might be the worst wedding I've ever been to.
I have to say, your set did make me cackle because you were so confident and you committed to everything you were saying that I was laughing, and your jokes were funny, but the panel, they were just not reacting.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there, but thank you. That's nice of you to say. I'm glad that you were entertained. I think that's the most important part is who's on your side of the screen. So we'll see.
I mean, you made me laugh more than the queens who did better than you. I'll say that.
Well, thank you. I mean, that's really amazing. You know, I have to be honest with you. I have yet to see the episode, so I'm gonna have to take your word for it. But I am very excited to see it and to share. I mean, I really enjoyed writing it specifically, and maybe that I don't know. Maybe they were written better than they were delivered. I mean, I'd take full responsibility if it was subpar, but I don't know. I remembered it being pretty fun.
I think one of my favorite moments from the whole episode is when you kind of look down and you were just like, laugh, for God's sake. Because I think that's how I would react. Yeah. I'd be like, fucking laugh, it's funny.
Well, you know, it's never good when when you have to tell them to laugh in the middle of your stand-up set. So it is what it is. You know, we all have those days, I guess. But I really enjoyed. I got to wear that really fun cupcake dress. That pink dress was nice.
How did you feel when you were delivering the roast?
Well, I felt a little bit nervous, obviously, just because that's, you know, a nerve-wracking situation to be in. So you have to kind of shake all that away first because, you know, nothing's good is going to come out of that of nerves. So other than that, I mean, it was just kind of this sense of calm. Like, you know, I wrote this. I know my lines. I have them written in front of me if I need them. Just have a good time. I think I was really comfortable with Rue and Michelle for the series just because I've seen them twice already. They've seen me twice already. So I felt kind of at home just chatting back and forth with them. I mean, of course, not a lot of it, you know, a lot of this is on the cutting room floor just because you only have an hour for an episode. But, you know, they're very talkative and chatty with all the girls on the main stage and just really nice and warm. So I was trying to channel that, you know, just chatting with them, keeping it, you know, conversational in a way of like, you know, try to forget that you're reading the icon, the legend, RuPaul, and just like try to pretend like you're reading like a friend, you know, to make it feel natural.
I mean, it's shocking to me that you were eliminated during a roast when a couple of weeks ago you delivered the best read with your condom tweet. Why did you do that?
Oh, yes. Well, you know, it's funny. I felt like I'm glad that resonated with the gays, but you know, there's truth in jest. You know, you want to be safe out there.
When I saw that, I was like, Scarlett, why did you delete it? That was bloody brilliant.
Well, I did retweet it, so it lives to see another day, I guess.
This week, Hannah gave you the chop, and she chose to send you home last week as well. In your confessional, you questioned whether or not she actually likes you. So why do you think that you two maybe didn't click on the season?
I don't know. I mean, it was kind of news to me when she said that we didn't vibe, I think is how it was put. So I don't know. That was news. You know, I've worked with Hannah when I was in Australia last year. So I knew her, you know, going into it, and I was really excited to see her there because we actually had a cute little Kiki backstage, and you know, she was really warm and welcoming to me when I performed with her and her sisters, and So I was kind of surprised to see like maybe I just hadn't picked up on something that was in front of my face, the whole season that I just didn't notice, I guess. So I was shocked when she picked my lipstick the first time because it was just really not what I expected. Even after sitting down with her, um, I still thought for sure that that's not what was going to happen.
Were you hoping that there was going to be another, Blu Hydrangea Pangina situation with maybe Marina getting a chop? Is that what you hope for?
I No, not realistically. I don't think that anyone really thought that that would happen. I was just kind of I was throwing wrenches into stirring things up on my way out, I guess. But no, I'm glad in hindsight that that didn't happen, honestly, because I don't think that the blowback from something like that happening, just so that I would, stay for one more episode, would actually be worth it for me. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
I'm sad you missed out on the final because, as we've seen in the past, you are a great lip syncer. I mean, your lip sync against Raja in season 11, you've come to be known as a queen who, likes a trick or two, So I can imagine that you had something prepared for the lip sync SmackDown. Are you able to tell me if you did have anything prepared? Because
I mean, no, I guess we'll never know. I don't know. You can't give your secrets away. But there is normally a trick up my sleeve, whether or not I'm wearing a sleeveless gown. I've always got something going on.
oh, I needed to see you lip sync. I needed to see it. Oh,
Well, there's plenty of times to see me lip sync. We are going on tour, and I have lots of work planned for the next quite a while. So there's lots of opportunities to see me lip sync out there in the real world.
fans have kind of said on social media, over the years that they don't feel like you were fully appreciated on your first two seasons of Drag Race. It kind of feels like, I mean, there were several occasions on both seasons, season 11 and All Star 6, where you should have been rewarded for something. And that is a general consensus amongst fans. Do you feel like you were fully appreciated this time around?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think you could always be a little bit more appreciated. But yes, I do. I mean, again, it's insane to get this opportunity one time. It's life-changing, quite literally. And so to get it three times, I'm nothing less than grateful, to have done this three times and to just keep going back and being silly and making good TV. That's really what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I want to keep making good TV. I like to be on TV, stir some things up and show, because I have been working really hard since, like you said, season 11 on things, all kinds of aspects of my drag, just sharpening things up, and I'm proud of the work I put in, and I guess what I could deliver this most recent go around.
I mean, you've been incredible in all three seasons, but I do think this is the season where maybe we saw 100% of Scarlet. It felt like you were fully you in your confessionals, on the runway in front of RuPaul and Michelle. It felt like we got to see the 100%, 10 out of 10 Scarlet Envy.
Yeah, I was really excited to, again, I was just trying to be comfortable with them and try to make it feel natural and, have a good time. But yeah, I do feel like I was seen this season. Even though there are a few things maybe they missed in the season that I was doing well on. I feel like I was still pretty seen.
I mean, I cannot fathom that you made that great big Cinderella gown. I just cannot,
Yeah.
I genuinely cannot wrap my head around it. Like, you know how there's people who are like, oh yeah, I can go on Drag Race. I can do that. I'm like, no, you fucking
Yeah.
can't. You can't do that.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I liked it too. It was yeah, we had to find scraps all over the workroom, so it was separated into like maybe 5 pieces that were shoved in these little burlap sacks everywhere. So I collected all the most of the fabric I could find because I knew I wanted to make something really big. And so that's how I decided. It was like whatever I could get the most of the same fabric, that's what I was going to use. So it happened to be this really pretty blue, and we went for it, girl. We went for it.
Witchcraft. It is witchcraft.
I'm a good witch, though.
Yeah.
I'm a good witch.
What's been your highlight of the season?
My highlights?
Mm.
Well, this is actually just a wig. It's not my hair.
That's a wig. Oh, I'm shocked.
My highlights, you know, winning a lip sync to Kim Petras in front of Kim Petras, like that's pretty iconic. I love that. That was a really fun moment. And a little behind the scenes tea for you guys. I had met Kim Petras before. Um, I was hosting Marc Jacobs' birthday party at Saks Fifth Avenue last year, and Kim was one of his guests, one of like maybe 30 guests. And I was walking him through this immersive experience after dark. They turned all the lights off and everyone had a flashlight. And we went through like the sound bathroom, and then we went to like this next room, and then we ended up with like this dinner on the top floor and his new collection and all this stuff. So it was wild that Kim Petras was the guest for the interactive experience challenge that we had to do, because that's how I met her. So that was kind of like meta for me. And we got to chat about that, excuse me, on the main stage, which was fun. But
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I think winning the gold repeater badge is legendary. I have it right over here. One of my prized possessions I keep next to my RuPaul statue from All Stars.
you didn't get one
And
in season 11, did you? You don't get a statue when you did. Do you? You don't on your normal season. You do.
no, I don't think so. I only got one for All Stars.
Oh,
It's one in the pink dress.
right.
I don't know how much I can talk about these statues. I can see Michelle's gonna text me already. I better shut the hell up. So,
Scarlett, one thing I just have to ask you about because it makes me die with laughter every single time. So there's this
oh
clip from
God.
there's this clip from season 11, right? I never spotted it when I was originally watching it, and it's when the six-way lip sync is over
Mhm.
and you are
I
called.
know what you're gonna ask me. You about running to the back of the stage?
It looks like you're running from a serial killer. That's how fast you're running. Like what?
Well, you know what's funny about this, Sam? I'm glad you brought this up because I haven't actually ever discussed this in an interview before, I don't think. But
An
yeah,
exclusive.
I was being silly. I was being stupid, as I usually am, especially on camera. And I was just gonna run to the back of the stage to make light of a very stressful situation for myself. And just one of those, oh, before she changes her mind, let me make sure I get, you know, back with the girls who are safe in the back before she changes her mind. So I just thought it would be silly. But it's funny that they included it in the edit. Similarly, it's funny that they included my falling backstage also on the main stage during the lip sync. It's just these little things that Drag Race keeps in the edit that I think is silly and fun.
It's just the way you are skedaddling off the stage really quick, and then you see Honey Davenport just really serious, like
I know. And I hate to make light of a situation that sucks for my two sisters on stage still, but you know, whatever. It's funny. It's fun.
what can we expect from you from your post UK versus the World season 2 career?
Yes, thank you for asking. I've been working really hard on my very first book. I have Scarlet Envy, She's a Poet, coming out. It's my debut collection of poetry. I've been working on it for about 10 years or so. And it's just a really gorgeous gift to myself and my fans. And the poems are silly and fun and kind of embarrassing and really funny. And there's also really beautiful photos and whatnot. So that's available for pre-order starting next month on my website. And yeah, we're working on my album. I've got some music in the works. We got some more music videos coming. We got some tours in the works, and I'm really excited. I'm just excited for the opportunity. We're working on a cabaret show called Bad Advice, of course, calling back to the talent show. Make sure you go down on the Brick Crew and use lots of teeth and other really exciting bad advice.
I'm excited for the book, especially. I'm in my reading era at the moment, so
I'm in
yeah.
my author era. So
Oh,
funny.